out there with effort today, at least for 3 quarters?
Yeah, I think that's what I said to the group after the game. I think like our effort, our endeavour, our intention to play harder, move the ball, do the right things was like definitely there tonight. I think the two things that obviously stand out is like 17 turnovers, which they got like 18 points off, which is kind of like a game in itself, and then obviously like their 3-point shooting, knowing that they're a great team and we just got to do a better job of knocking down open shots. But definitely our level of compete was at a higher level than what it's been. Didn't indicate that obviously on the scoreboard.
You mentioned shooting a little bit there. Are you happy with the looks that you're getting at the moment from people?
I think we just got to like knock open ones down. I thought in previous games we've discussed as a group, we've taken some bad early contested like shots, but I thought over the course of this game we got some decent looks, and we've got to be mindful of and have confidence in knocking down those open shots. Is we shoot way too many air balls, and we got to have some confidence that when our number's called and we're open, we got to make it. I think that's where it like comes down to. But I was happier with the shot selection, the shots that we got tonight.
Obviously we got Sadina back this week, but Patty wasn't here. How tough has it been so far this season to not have the full complement of players so far?
I don't make excuses. Like, it is what it is. Every team deals with like injuries, people like being in and out, and so I don't give them a way out, and neither that we should. We've got to deal with the cards that we've been dealt and deal with the people that we have, and that's like how it is.
Jada, you came out today and you looked pretty aggressive there on the court in your minutes. Can you talk us through a little bit about your mentality and how you attack the game?
Obviously for me, I'm just happy playing my role, and whatever the team needs kind of in that moment, stepping onto the court, whether that is aggressiveness or getting third side, second side actions. I'm at the moment willing to do whatever that role is when I do step on the court. I think today pushing the ball, getting looks, being aggressive was what was actually working for us. So seeing the starters do that, I obviously, coming off the bench, try and translate into that straight away. I'm just happy to play my role and do what I need to do.
How big of a difference was having Han out there when you guys were on offense and she was, sitting there in the paint? Like, how much of that disrupted the, offensive flow for you guys?
Yeah, obviously, she's huge. It does affect it a little bit. In terms of the style we play and we know how we can play, I honestly don't think it phased us that much with the looks that we got. I actually thought we got really good looks. But again, having her there, she's obviously huge, takes up a lot of space in the keyway for, easy layups and whatever. So, I think for us though, we still got good looks, even though she was sitting in the paint. Yeah.
Because the plan seems to be moving forward and coming together slowly. Is that everyone's still got that same confidence that you're all heading in the right direction? I mean, it's tough. It's tough losses.
I think we've had some big losses and some big wins.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's probably a question for the group, but I don't think our confidence probably wavers at times, but I think that the work that we do during the week puts us in a good stead to come out and expect good results. Their work ethic, how they go about scout, how they go about film, how we turn up every Monday and every Thursday and watch film and do everything, is sometimes there's some hard lessons and some tough lessons, but I think that them rocking up every day shows how committed they are to the process, but also just the kind of people that we have. Obviously, there's probably wanes of confidence in amongst individuals and some team stuff, but they've come to do their job every single day, and I think the chemistry, the belief is still there that we can be good.
Yeah, because tonight's game doesn't. You look at the game and you don't look at it as a 24-point.
Yeah.
You guys were in that game.
Yeah, it was probably the last quarter that really hurt us, and then same thing again. You look at 18 points off turnovers. You look at our 3-point percentage, 24% compared to 33. 21 fouls to 12. So obviously we fouled a lot, obviously, tonight, I think. And so it just builds momentum when they can get to the foul line or they get in an and one and those kind of things. But you can look at the scoreboard, but we always look at the game goals and the targets that we set ourselves, and that's what we evaluated on, not necessarily the end score line.
And you must definitely be happy with Jade. She's coming along fantastically.
For sure, is like from the first game in pre-season in Townsville to where she's at now, is like she continues, I guess, to grow in confidence, but also just getting games underneath her belt. With her being out for so long, yeah, she played NBL 1, but WNBL's a different kind of game, the physicality, like the pace. She continues to grow, and we're seeing it, like starting to see it every day at practice. That's why she'll continue to play and get good minutes, because the work that she's putting in, what we see day to day on a daily basis, like at practice, is starting to translate onto the court. And it's just same thing again of her just trying to find a groove within it, but definitely we see what she can do, like now, but also in the future.
Jade seems a little out of sorts at the moment. How's that sort of feeling from within inside?
I think with Jade, to be honest, there's a little bit of like burnout. I think, playing the back-to-back seasons and having minimal, we try to give her as much time as we could coming back. She wanted to come back early because she had FOMO missing out pre-season. And it's tough. Like, she is still like young. She comes back and there's a big load put like on her shoulders. But it's also now just trying to like find time where we can give her little mini breaks to like let her like reset and get some rest. And I think it just comes down to like that. It's just she's been on a burner between WNBA, WNBL, Opal's commitments, and going back and forth. And for someone like so young that can't get like much of a break in between, I think it's just starting to catch up with her.
We always forget she's only 23.
Yeah, and you see that like her minutes increased in WNBA, so she had played a bigger role in there. Obviously, she plays a big role for us. So I think that's just, that it's not so much, I don't think, the physical thing, it's the mental part of just being able to grind it out with someone still so young. Yeah.
Jada, the schedule so far has been a lot, very road heavy. I don't think you've had 2 straight home games yet. December brings a lot of home games. Are you guys looking at that part of the schedule as, potentially, and you play against a lot of the teams that are, bunched up in that 4, 5, 6 kind of like spot in the standings? Are you looking at that part of the schedule as your chance to like maybe stack up some wins and, get some momentum and, hopefully make a run for a top 4 spot?
I feel like we just have to look at every game like that. Like, no matter home or away, like this next game for us is super important. And yeah, getting wins on the road is important. Obviously, games at home help, but I think for us right now, and honestly any team in the competition, like winning home or away is important. Winning in general is important. So it's nice to have a few games bunched up at home. Obviously, that helps with travel and this and that. But yeah, in terms of like next week going to Geelong, that's pretty much like a must-win for us. So yeah, obviously games at home help, but again, we need to still win games away.
Anyone from the Zoom call?
Yeah, hey Paul. I'll just ask 2 questions. I think last week you spoke a little bit about the scoreboard pressure of the side and how that kind of hurt them. Did you kind of feel that was like a little bit similar today, just as you guys in that third quarter, or was it? What did you think?
Well, it wasn't a 40-point game like last week. There was scoreboard pressure for one. I don't think so. I don't know, you'd have to ask the players, but I certainly didn't see it as being as much scoreboard pressure. I thought that we were in the game, I'm not right there by like 2 points, but we were close and competing enough for it to go back and forth at times. And so I don't think there was, to me, I don't know, to me there wasn't scoreboard pressure tonight.
Cool. And then you spoke a little bit earlier just about the turnover count. I was just wondering, how do you kind of ensure that you can lower that going into next game and the rest of the season?
Play off 2 feet and don't pass it to the opposition would be probably a good start.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thank you.
All good? All good? Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.